Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you? I hope you're doing well. It is Thursday. I am super tired. I'm ready for the work week to be over. But today I wanted to come to you guys and talk about I think something that I learned recently over the past couple months, over the past year, I guess. And that is how to get over limerence. I am subscribed to the Crappy Childhood Fairy. If you are not, I really recommend that you check out her channel. She really takes a deep dive into a lot of traumas that we walk around with and how they exist and why they exist and how they show up in our adult lives and what we can do to break the chain. But yeah, more specifically, she focuses on childhood trauma and how it shows up in us as adults. I did not know what limerence was until I want to say a couple months ago. I was watching a specific YouTuber's channel. I'm not going to name the person, but she talks a lot about her personal dating experiences and relationship experiences, and I kept seeing in the comments that people were saying, you seem to suffer from limerence and it might benefit you to look into what that is and find out why you are so obsessed with the idea of being loved. Limerence is defined, I think, as having a romantic or a romanticized idea of what love is, having an obsession with love and being consumed by a mythical, again, romanticized idea of somebody. I think growing up in the United States, we get a lot of imagery and videos and messages that are heavy on love. I mean, we are focused on romantic relationships from a very young age. And I would like to add that growing up, my parents did not allow me to watch a lot of things on TV, most specifically Disney Channel. I wasn't allowed to watch most things on Disney Channel, and I definitely was not allowed to watch most Disney movies. So princess movies, nah, not really, with the exception of maybe Mulan, and I think that's it. I saw Lion King like everybody else, but as far as Disney princesses and Disney princess dolls and that culture, I had no parts of it. And I completely understand why now as an adult, my mother was 100% not having it. And even without being exposed to those shows and those messages and those ideas that, you know, you live your life kind of waiting and expecting for a magical man to come and save you from whatever burden that you're going through.
A princess locked in a tower and beset by a dragon is rescued by a brave knight, and then they share true love's first kiss.
I still ended up struggling with being a little bit love obsessed and being a little bit unrealistic about what love is. I found myself actually liking the feeling of torturing myself over not having somebody. It was the feeling of longing, and it's like a hopeless romantic type of vibe where I started pining. Oh my gosh, I think I have a rotten banana somewhere in my house that I don't know about because the gnats are taking over. So if you guys see me stop and just start, that's why. So anyways, I found myself really struggling with those magical feelings of love and wanting to be loved. And now that I'm 23 years old and I'm finally recognizing that that's what I'm suffering from, I'm realizing that it's not even love. It's a deep abandonment wound that I am working on healing, that just wants to feel wanted. And that codependent energy has taken me into a lot of dangerous situations I never should have been in. But I thank God for self-awareness and self-realization. I thank God for YouTube because, I mean, the content that is being pushed out on TikTok and YouTube and Instagram and all these different platforms for us to really face ourselves and face what it is that we have had burrowed in our being since we were babies is it's pretty wild. I would say in this day and age, it's pretty hard to not come across some type of video that triggers you because it is uncovering some type of trauma that you've suppressed for so long. So, gotcha. How you like that? I had to kill that gnat. Anyways, guys, yeah, it's the obsession of love. It's wanting to be wanted. It's that looking out the window and I found myself crying so much at night because I was so familiar, and I felt so much comfort in being sad over not having a partner. It's pretty pathetic. It was pretty pathetic in retrospect, but I found myself doing, and I'm going to be very vulnerable right now, but these are the types of things that I had to face were really unhealthy, and it was me brooding, and it was me holding on to being limerent. Is that a word? Limerent? The act of having limerence? I don't know. I had to really face myself and say, Sahai, you are torturing yourself, girl. I found myself, going to my window at night and looking at the moon and thinking, I wonder if, the love of my life is like out here looking at the same moon. And then I would cry, and it just kept going, and it kept getting worse. And I hated seeing couples on Instagram. I hated seeing people who were, I hated it.
What's up with that?
I hated it. I got tired of feeling that way. Oh my gosh, it was draining. Living my life centered around partnership, living my life centered around romantic relationships and love it's a waste of your life. I don't know who needs to hear this. It is a complete waste of your life. Living focus 100% on love and relationships you are wasting your youth. And my biggest fear is turning around at 50 or 40 or what have you and saying, wow, all those nights I was crying, all those nights I was focusing on, not getting affection, that there were so many things I wish I would have done. There's so many things I wish I could have focused on. There's so many things I wish I would have poured myself into that I wasn't. And I wasn't even able to do YouTube because of it. It was consuming me. It was consuming me. And I realized that I was not the type of friend that most people would want to be around. I wasn't the type of person most people wanted to be around because I was making myself miserable. Another way limerence shows up is, because we're back to this magical thinking, right? So another way that limerence shows up is, let's say you're in a relationship, and let's say that the guy, you find out he's cheating on you, right? He leaves you, right? And then he comes back and he's like, oh, I'm a different person. I've changed. These are, I want you now. It's the idea of, you have this image of this person made up in your mind, even though they already told you, even though you've already seen with your own two eyes that this person is a piece of shit. This person does not value you. They do not love you. They're not capable of doing that. But in your mind, you still have this magical idea, this magical lens of, well, maybe this time will be different. And maybe he can change. I can change him. It's just delusional. And you want that feeling, you want that idea, you want that fairy tale so bad that you become willing to sacrifice every fiber of your being for it. And that is terrifying. How did I get over it? How did I learn to let go of the idea of somebody? How did I learn to not live my life centered around romantic interests and romantic relationships? Well, if I knew, I would tell you. I'm joking. I'm kind of, not really. I won't say that I have it figured out. I won't say that I just woke up one day and I was like, I don't care. I'm moving on. No, that's not how it works. But I will say step number 1 is to really ask yourself, and this is what I do. If this person was here right now, would I be happy? And really sit in that question. If that person was right here, right now, would I be happy? And the answer will tell you everything you need to know. For me, I was in a relationship that was extremely emotionally abusive, financially abusive. It was terrible. I escaped with my life. And, excuse me, for the first, I would like to say maybe 6 months of me being single. I've been single now for maybe like 13, 14 months, a little bit over a year. I keep seeing these gnats. Die. For the first maybe 6 months of me being single, it was a struggle. I was still in that delusional frame of mind where it was like, I just want them back. I don't care. I just want them back. I just don't want to be alone. I just want them back. I just don't want to be alone. I just want them back. I did get into therapy. And one thing my therapist kept asking me was, why do you hold on so hard to people who don't want you? Why do you want people who treat you badly? And I was like, I'm stumped. I had to dig deep into my childhood and realize that I associated pain and suffering and struggle with love. Love was something that was earned and not given. Love was something that, you know, after you go through something really terrible or you prove yourself or, you know, you give a certain amount of yourself that was a very unhealthy quantity to somebody, then you are worthy of love after that, after you proved it, after you've already hurt yourself, and after you kind of have nothing left. That shows love. So love is kind of measured by pain. It's like, big light bulb, big light bulb. The more I started to connect with my childhood and connect with certain very deep traumatic events that have happened to me, the more I start to see the parallels, and the more I was able to start to see things for what they are. And that's the best feeling. That's how you know that you are beating limerence. When you start to see things for exactly what they are. You start to see things, see people for who they are. And one thing that I try to remember is the opposite of love is not hate. Because right after my relationship, it was like, I hate you for leaving me. I hate you for this. And as time went on, it was like, I don't hate you. Actually, I appreciate you. Because if you did not leave me, I would never have done the work. I would have never learned these things about myself. I would have never moved on to actually know myself and love myself and require love from other people. So thank you. Fuck yeah, but thank you. The opposite of love is indifference. And with every day that goes by for me, I become more and more indifferent to people that have hurt me. I become more indifferent to relationships that have passed. I don't long for them anymore. People have moved on. People have come and go in my life. And some people, some losses hurt more than others. But I'm no longer obsessing over where they are, when I'll see them again, if they'll ever come back to me. Will I ever be loved again? Who will be my next partner? Those questions do not dictate my day. They don't dictate my day. They don't dictate my weeks, my months, my years. And that's super exciting. I'm excited for the future. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Oh gosh, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I hate having to say that. It's just so fake to me. But if you are inclined to, if you want to, please, I would appreciate if you do hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. I have said that I have some more hauls coming. I will. That is on my list. I have to get paid, and then I will get some things and do some plus size summer hauls for you guys. And I'm super excited about that. So yeah, Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the very next video.